So let me tell you about the story of a young man whose life you can't understand if you haven't walked in the same shoes or came from the same land. You see, he's from a nation where the world used to vacation but then became a destination full of devastation. The father left first, never to be seen again or even heard on the phone, so the mother at the age of 15 had to raise the young boy on her own. She moved them to a refugee camp and they stayed there for a while, but she always knew that it was no place to raise a child, so she decided that she would do whatever it takes to get herself and her son all the way to the States. But it's crazy, wallahi. Just look at the pain of a mother. How she left one war zone and came to another. She left her home to a foreign land with no money in her pockets. Left from refugee camps just to move into the projects. So the young boy grew up in the belly of the beast, the streets where dreams become deceased. He was searching for peace, but all he found was a piece. Started banging west side, but he was born in the east. You see, the young boy tried his hardest to fit in, but he could never be the same, and that's something he couldn't change, man. Even to his people, he became strange. Because now he became more Americanized, thinking that was progress, but it's all nonsense if you lose your culture and your mother tongue in the process. And when he couldn't be like the rest, his self-esteem deflated because he didn't understand he was everything they hated. Black, Muslim, and don't forget to add the immigrant. He could try his whole life and he'd still be different. And that's why they used to look down at him, because they could never truly understand his struggle. But it's easy to treat a man like an animal when he came from the jungle. And he tried his best to overcome every obstacle, but to him it seemed impossible because every time he achieved, there came another obstacle. How could you expect him to believe when no one ever sat him down to have a serious talk? The truth is, the only pops he's ever had was in a cereal box. Nonetheless, he overcame by himself. Scratch that. Don't forget about his queen. Taught him not to follow the green, but to follow his deen. Told him this world is a nightmare, but follow your dreams. He was her prince, so she taught him what true royalty means. And that's why he compares himself to Simba, because you see, here's the thing, he had to overcome his scars just to become the king. And that's why he did the most with the little that he had, and now he shines brighter than the star in the middle of his flag.